In this video, I'm going to be sharing a convenient and easy to use supplement powder that will help you to support your hormones, your stress response system, as well as other systems in the body that affect your hormones. So if you're interested in learning more, then keep watching. Now, before we dive in, hello and welcome. My name is Jermaine. I am an integrative nutrition health coach and a yoga teacher who helps women to balance their hormones naturally and confidently. So today, I am going to be giving you the scoop and basically my opinion on this Supershroom Powder by Goldmine. Now, this powder has 4 main ingredients, and those ingredients are reishi, maitake, turkey tail, and astragalus. All 4 of these ingredients have one main thing in common, and that is the fact that they are adaptogens. Now, if you've been on my channel before, you've probably seen my other videos where I talk about the benefits of adaptogens for hormone health. Okay, so we are going to dive a little deeper into that topic and talk specifically about these 4 ingredients and why they matter. But before we even get into all of that, just a quick disclosure for you ladies. Just so you know, I am an affiliate for this brand and I got this product as a free sample so that I could try it out for myself. So even though I have used other adaptogens in the past, I have never used these 4 before. I've been using them now for about a month and a half, and I will let you know basically my own personal experience with them a little later during the video. So back to the ingredients that are in this Supershroom powder, all right? So there are mainly 2 reasons why you'd want to consider incorporating adaptogens into your hormone balance protocol, right? So the first reason is that adaptogens as a whole are great for supporting our stress response system. Now, that is also known as the HPA axis. So that is a pathway in the body that involves the hypothalamus, the pituitary, and the adrenal gland. And if that pathway basically becomes chronically activated and we're stressed all the time, whether it's due to chemical, physical, or emotional stress, when that pathway becomes chronically active, what also happens is that cortisol then can become elevated. And unfortunately, elevated cortisol can create all kinds of hormonal problems in the body. And one of the most significant ones can be the fact that elevated cortisol can lead your ovaries to actually make more testosterone and less estrogen, okay? And that will basically have a crazy ripple effect when it comes to female hormone balance. Now, in addition to that, having elevated cortisol can also contribute to elevated blood sugar, to weight gain, to acne, to sleep problems, and basically inflammation. So that the benefit of adding adaptogens into your routine is that they will help you to regulate your stress response and ultimately to help you better balance those cortisol levels. Now, the second benefit that I want to address has to do specifically with mushrooms. Okay, so when it comes to adaptogens, they come in different forms. Sometimes they could be berries, they could also be roots, and they could be mushrooms. Now, the mushrooms have a special role and a special benefit, mainly because they have a real affinity for the immune system. So they're really good at boosting immune function. Now, that is not to say that other adaptogens don't have that ability. It's just that mushrooms and these medicinal mushrooms are really held in high regard when it comes to that specifically. Now, you might be wondering, why should you really care about your immune system when you're trying to balance your hormones? Well, the simple fact is that there's actually constant communication going on in the body between your immune system and your endocrine system. And the endocrine system is the system that is responsible for hormones. There is actually a lot of research that has gone into basically the connection and communication between those 2 systems. And interestingly enough, I came across some information showing that your immune cells can actually produce some hormones, and that we also have endocrine glands that can produce immune proteins. Okay, so that is huge. And I'm going to just repeat it again because I really think that understanding this can help you a lot as you are trying to balance your hormones naturally. Okay, so our immune cells, they can produce hormones. We're talking about things like prolactin, for example, as well as glucocorticoids. Now, glucocorticoids, those are hormones that are produced by the adrenals. The immune cells sometimes can make those as needed. And then on the flip side, some endocrine glands can make immune proteins like cytokines. Okay, so there really is a strong connection between those two systems. And I actually came across a paper that talked about those two systems having an interdependence between them. Okay, so that word interdependence really emphasizes just how strong that connection is between those two systems. And this is why, again, on this channel, I'm always emphasizing a holistic approach. So when you're balancing your hormones, you want to think about really balancing your entire ecosystem, all right? And that is what the Supershroom Powder can help you do, because it has those 3 mushrooms in it. So now let's talk about how to actually incorporate this product into your day-to-day life. So the good thing here is that this powder is really super easy to use. You can mix it into soups, into your oatmeal. You can add it to smoothies. If you're in a rush, you could even just mix it into water. Okay, I've actually tried this a few times, and I was definitely impressed by the fact that even with cool water, this doesn't clump at all. Another way to use it would be in turmeric milk or golden milk. This turned out to be actually my favorite way of using this. So if you're not familiar with turmeric milk, it is basically a blend that uses turmeric and ginger, some cinnamon, some coconut oil, and then any milk of your choice. So it could be almond milk in my case, but you could use any other milk that you choose to use. And you just blend all of that up and you make yourself a nice warm drink. And then at the very end, you add in a little bit of this Supershroom Powder blend. Now, in terms of the quantities, I generally will use half a teaspoon of this for a day. So I generally will take it in the morning, and I'll do half a teaspoon either in my smoothie, or if I'm drinking turmeric milk that day, I may just wait and drink it in my turmeric milk later. Now, on their website, they do say you could actually start a little lower, so you could even start with a quarter teaspoon. And I actually think that that's a great idea, because if you're new to adaptogens, it's a good idea to just give your body time to get used to them, okay? And now we're just gonna segue into my own general impressions and experiences with this. So one thing I will say, again, like I said, I took this mainly in the morning, but I did take it sometimes also in the evening. So I was pleasantly surprised to see that if I took it in the evening, it didn't like give me this crazy energy that would mess with my sleep or anything. So it really works, from what I could tell, it works with my natural rhythm. So if I take it in the morning when I need more energy, what it will do is just kind of help to, you know, prop me up a little bit without making me jittery, all right? But just give me a little more natural energy so I can focus and go about my day. But if I took it in the evening, then what it would do then is it would just help me to kind of just mellow out and prepare to unwind for the day. One thing to know is that this has two extra ingredients. So there's some ginger, and then there's also something called lucuma fruit. So this is a fruit from Peru, from South America, and this gave it a little bit more of a very gentle kind of caramel or butterscotch flavor. So it's very, very mild. It's not overwhelming at all, but it just makes the whole thing pleasant. And when you mix it in, so depending on the smoothie you mix it into, you may not even taste it at all, but if you do, it is going to taste pleasant, because I think in part because of that fruit, okay? If you mix it into the turmeric milk like I do, you really won't taste it at all. You can't tell. It really just blends nicely into the whole thing. So overall, this was a very pleasant first experience with these adaptogens for me, okay? So I like the fact that it basically just helped to keep me balanced and at an even keel all day long, so I could do what I need to do. So if you are interested in trying this out for yourself, I have put a link to the product below this video. And if you do try it out, I'd love to hear your experience with it. So be sure to come back and leave a comment and leave feedback with your own experience, because I'm sure this will benefit other people who are thinking about trying out this product for themselves as well. Now, before I wrap up, please remember that these adaptogens have the ability to lower blood sugar, okay? So if you are already on any other drugs that are lowering your blood sugar, you want to check in with your doctor before adding this into the mix. And if you have any other concerns about how this may play with other treatments or therapies that you are currently following, as always, it's best to check in with your doctor first. All right, so that does it for today's video. I hope that you found this review helpful and that this is basically giving you some food for thought and things to consider when it comes to how to put together your natural hormone balance plan. All right, so thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up, and of course, make sure to share it with anybody else that would benefit from the information, and I will see you on the next one. Bye-bye.